father's need to assimilate has made chicken scratch of our mother tongue and pushed us down the throat of a new country that doesn't understand us. When my father came to this country, English pulled the voice of his grandparents out of his throat, forcing every syllable of his language off of his lips to the point where when he tries to relearn his language, the words are too foreign for his mouth to welcome. His parents were afraid that even the slightest hint of an accent would make him stand out. They worried that people would ask him where he came from before saying hello, or tell him that he spoke good English for an immigrant, because their thick accents were like brands stamped upon their tongues, telling their fellow Americans of their crime. Cheating on the country they married with their first love, because their thick accents labeled them as uneducated, even though the people scolding them only knew one language and their tongues knew three. So they sacrificed passing down the language carried on the lips of their ancestors to their son, a family heirloom lost in time and country. And they prayed that their sacrifice would protect him, because though they could tune the sound of his voice, they could not change the color of his skin. English is my father's second and only language, my first and only language. My grandmother wants nothing more than to pass down the words that her life has been written into her granddaughters. But those pages have long been lost in translation, words swallowed like bombs, setting fires to her insides. My grandmother wants her family to talk at the dinner table and feel at home. My grandmother dreams that I will one day be able to speak to her in her language, in the language she spoke her first words in the language she recited her wedding vows in the language she sang lullabies to her baby in. The language with words that don't fit in my mouth. The language with a structure my tongue doesn't understand. The language with a sound my voice cannot create. The language like a riddle my vocal cords are unable to solve. I am not the daughter of my grandmother's mother tongue, but the adopted child of the nation that told her, "You are in America now. Speak English." The child commended for having an A in her English class. The child praised for having such an ornate vocabulary. The child complimented for having a perfect American accent. The child who knows nothing about her grandparents' language, not a single word. Sitting at the dinner table at family reunions, I silently begged them to speak more, as if the words could find their way from my relatives' lips and through my ears and to my tongue. I am deafened to the symphonies my grandparents hear when speaking on the phone with relatives. It's a melody I can hope to hum, but never sing, with lyrics like words in a word search, a tune my tongue cannot dance to, you getting tied up by each and every sentence. When they pass me the phone, I have no words to say. I hear the words my aunts and uncles are speaking, but it sounds like alphabet soup. And the words I want to say are trapped in the can. When silence begins to hang over us, I realize that the language that I have swallowed and digested has failed me. Because the language of my homeland is not where my voice takes shelter. Because the words my aunts and uncles are speaking have no meaning to my ears. Because I have become a part of the people that my grandparents were worried about. Because I hear the same chicken scratch in my grandparents' language that they hear. Because the only phrase I know is, hindi ako nagsasalita ng Tagalog. I don't speak Tagalog.